Hey everybody, my name is BlakJak. Welcome back to Death Stranding. Last time we did the first part of Heartman Chapter 8. This time we're going to be finishing Heartman Chapter 8. I did the first mission for the Geologist and then cut my way back over here. So that's why I'm at Heartman's lab. Someone left a wonderfully placed safe house. Also a bridge. Lovely. Anyway. This episode, we're going to be doing the remaining scientist missions. I believe there's 3 or 4 of them left. And then we're going to make our way westward onto, hopefully, making it to Edge-Knot City. So that's really great. We also learned a lot about Heartman's backstory and his family and how depressing his life is. So, yay, depression.
Listen up, Sam. For this run, you'll be transporting an antimatter bomb. A British paleontologist working on a dig says he needs it. Apparently, the fossils he wants to study are buried deep beneath tar, and the only way he can get to them is by blowing it wide open. Now, hopefully, I don't need to tell you to be extra careful when handling high-yield explosives, but in case I do, make sure you keep that container in one piece, no matter what.
I feel like my track record has been pretty good with these bombs. I mean, I've only failed the last bomb mission like a handful of times. And the time before that, more so. But those were all experiments, I say, okay? Those were all under my control. It wasn't because I fell down a mountain or anything ridiculous like that. Also, my track record with mountains has been spot on, okay? I've only died like twice.
Sam. I'm sure you haven't forgotten, but you need to be extremely careful with that antimatter bomb, especially when transporting it by a carrier or vehicle. Any irregularities should trigger an alarm. Don't ignore it.
Yeah, man, okay, I remember. Jesus, you don't have to remind me about getting hit by a mule van, okay? I highly doubt I'm going to be dealing with mules up here, okay? Granted, the first kill with the bomb was totally my fault, okay? I shouldn't have sparked a war with the mules, and I shouldn't have been standing there as a mule truck was headed my way. I was not expecting him to hit me, okay? Granted, I also wasn't expecting him to shoot at me while I was carrying a deadly explosive. It's not my fault they're idiots, okay? They should look at what's on my back and realize, hey, maybe that's not something I should point my pew-pew stick at and then, like, explode it, alright? It's rude. Rude is what they are, okay? God. Anyway, we're going to be heading down south of Heartman's lab to the Paleontologist. So that means the zipline that I used in the last episode was not helpful. I don't recall if I used a zipline anytime before this, but yes, to use a zipline, you press square on it, and then it picks it up, and you have to have another zipline in a distance. I think it's like 330 meters or something along those lines. Within that radius, so that it can shoot you in that direction. You can have multiple zip lines in that radius, and then you can choose which direction you want to look into using the D-pad. You can easily use multiple zip lines to get through large portions of this game. I would not expect that. Like, it would not be unexpected to see zip lines all over the snowy area in my playfile. Like, again, I haven't been here yet, but like I would not be surprised if I just saw like zipline after zipline after zipline, because these things are super useful, especially in the snowy terrain. Well, then again, anything having to do with the snowy terrain will be more annoying, and not having to deal with the snowy terrain at all would make things a lot easier. I haven't driven a vehicle in the snow, so I don't know what it's like to drive in the snow with, say, the really funky controlled truck, or the easier to handle bike. But you know, I haven't had experience with it, so I don't know. It seems like it would help, but at the same time it also seems like it wouldn't help, because there's a lot of rocks in the snow, and that truck will lose control at the smallest incline of a rock in its way, like, honestly. Driving isn't so bad in this game, but it is really wonky, and honestly, I think the driving could have been better, and it could have been less wonky, and I think the way it is now, it kind of hinders the gameplay of it a tad bit. Honestly, those trucks need to be controlled a little better. The bikes are fine. I guess maybe it could be a little easier to climb up hills with, I guess. Yesterday I was playing, or not yesterday, but 2 days ago I was playing in the wind farm, and I was using the bike, and returning away from, like, going away from the wind farm, like going back to, like, the distribution center. Was it south of Port Knot City or whatever? Not Port Knot City, whatever, Capital Knot City, like whatever that one is, like south of Capital Knot or whatever, that distribution center. From going from the wind farm to there, it was annoying with the bike because you would go up a hill and then you would hit like a log, and the bike would not be able to climb over that, and then it would just start sliding down the hill. Even if I was like accelerating in turbo, it would just slide down the hill. Like, I don't think that's how it would happen. And like, that hill isn't necessarily the steepest of hills either. It's like, really. So it's just kind of, it could control a little easier, I guess, is what I'm trying to say here. Veteran Porter. Huh. Must be an area around here. I wonder who the Veteran Porter is. That'd be pretty cool. Until now. But yeah. There really isn't much to say about the snow other than it slows you the fuck down, and when you're dealing with BTs, it's kind of annoying. Granted, the BTs aren't so bad now that I have my boy Lou up in here. But let's test out these EX grenades, since I haven't actually tested them out. I told you what they do, but I haven't shown you what they do. Also, there's a ground BT right there, and it's perfect for me to piss on it. So I really want to pee on that BT. It's not a fetish thing, okay? It's more of a, I want to test things out, okay? So if I throw my pee at these guys, what happens is it'll explode, and then they'll like freak out, and then they'll run away. So the EX grenades are able to make them run away. Any EX grenade, not just the first one, but any of them, even 0 and 2. The only difference between 0, 1, and 2 is that they get stronger as you go up in number. So 2 is the strongest grenade. Actually, I also think 2 can stun BTs a little bit too, if I'm not mistaken. It not only does it make them run away for longer, but it makes them it makes them get stunned a little bit as well. What else can you do? You can piss on the BTs. If you can get your dick like high enough, you can piss on them. I fucking threw that shit over him. How the hell did that happen? Also, you see that orange one over there? I have no idea what's wrong with him. I don't know why he's orange. I don't really want to deal with him, quite honestly. Other than the fact that he's orange, I think he's just a regular BT. It's not like he's special. He's just orange, I think. I mean, I have no idea. I don't even know what happened to him. I think is that guy like stunned? Did my pee stun that guy? But like, they all spread differently. Like, I killed the one that I hit, and then those two are running towards him. So, like, I don't know why that guy's stunned. Also, at this distance, it would probably be better if I held R2, because if you hold R2, Sam throws the grenades like a baseball. Like, he throws them like a fastball. He doesn't arc them, so it's less of a chance for you to throw it over their heads and then not hit anything. It'll be easier for Sam to throw them and hit them a lot easier. Now again, I don't know why that BT is orange. I have no idea. There are different kinds of BTs, and I actually think I stumbled upon a baby BT earlier in the playthrough, if I'm not mistaken. You just couldn't see the full-on like digital effect that it had going on, but it was definitely a lot smaller than the other BTs that we were dealing with earlier. So I think we were dealing with a tiny baby BT earlier. don't know when that was. Might have been during Mama. That's probably what happened. I think what happened. I think I saw it when I was cutting the cords, like when that happened. So that's definitely it. But we're gonna be seeing more of them. There are these ground ones right here that spend a lot of time in the ground. They're pretty cool. You can pee on those guys, and when you pee on them, it has the same effect as a EX number 1. Same thing. So that's all the EX grenades do, is that it just makes them run away. Granted, I feel like I would do the same thing. You throw piss at me, or like a glass bottle with piss at me, I'll probably just like run away. I'd probably be screaming too. Like a little bitch. Just don't pee on me. That's all I ask for. Don't pee on me, okay? That is not my kink, okay? Not something I'm into. What was that saying? Heartman's lab. Alright, cool. Cool. I feel like I've talked about this grievance of mine about this game, but I find that the text in this game is way too small. I'm way too far. This piss is not going to hit this guy. Oh, actually, before I talk about the text, if you get caught, and I don't know if I've mentioned this either. Again, I've been recording these for like however long. You know, this game's long already. I can barely remember what I ate for breakfast this morning. That also might have to do with the fact that I didn't eat anything this morning. But anyway, that's not the point. I can't remember if I said this, but if you get caught by a BT, you can just whip out your dick and then just start peeing on the little swamp guys. Much like you can throw a grenade down at your feet and then they'll die. Or, well, they won't die, but they'll, like, disperse. If you pee on the little swamp guys that pop up, the same effect happens. They, like, run away from you. That BT, like, fucking dash. You saw that thing? He, like, fucking Smash Brothers wave dashed the hell out of there. He was like, I'm not dealing with this guy. He attacks me weird. He peed on me. He whipped out his little peen and fucking peed at me. I don't want to deal with this right now. And he just, like, fucking Naruto'd out of here. Fucking substitute jutsu up in this boy, you know what I'm saying? Like, fucking gone is what happened. Anyway, the container is now ruined due to the snow, because I'm taking my sweet ass time fucking running through this. You have to be careful with the snow. Granted, the snow seems to do the same amount of damage as the standard rain timefall. I think what ends up damaging it more, though, is the fact that it clings on to the containers. I feel like it feels like it has like a lingering effect other than just like, oh, okay, it hit it, like 1 damage towards container. Like I feel like it's more of a like, oh, it hit it, here's like 2 damage of contact per every second or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what it feels like. It feels like a status effect. Almost like you're poisoned. Is what it feels like. Granted, the Paleontologist isn't that far, and I think that's what kind of led me to think that this part of the game is more so padding than it is like actually necessary to complete the game for me. Is that like the missions themselves aren't long, you know? For instance, the Paleontologist isn't that far from Heartman's lab. The Geologist isn't that far from Heartman's lab. Fuck, even going back from these labs isn't that bad. You know, it's annoying because you have to walk through the snow, but it's not that bad. It's just you're walking through the snow and it fucking takes forever. You know, they're not long walks, they're annoying walks because you're in a mountainous area with nothing but snow. And for the most part, it's nothing too interesting. It's not like, oh, okay, rock slide, or oh, okay, there's always a constant blizzard in this area, or strong winds could make a return. You know what I'm saying? It's not like anything environmentally interesting other than like, okay, there's snow. Okay, now we're in a BT area. We should probably be careful. Oh, why are there mules up here? You know, if scientists and mountaineers and shit can be here, why can't there be a subsect of mules where they're up here and they have like snowmobiles and shit and they're just riding around the mountains, throwing electric sticks at you? Maybe not the ones that shoot at you, but definitely the ones that like throw sticks at you. I feel like they would have a cool home up here. This song is great. I like this song too. We're gonna have to climb down this mountain, and I just so happen to have 3 anchors. I have a level 2 anchor. I don't know if like exactly what that does. I don't remember. It doesn't like increase the meters of the rope. It just, I don't know, maybe it lasts longer? I have no idea. I didn't read it, the thing when I got it, I just made it. Also, I don't think I have my power gloves on me right now. I have to take a closer look, because I think that, I think warping took away my, not warping, the supercell took away my power gloves, and I just didn't notice. Because I feel like Sam would have climbed down that rope a lot faster if he had the power gloves. Yeah, I don't have them on. Oh, interesting. I didn't realize that. They would have definitely been helpful in punching people in the face. Or at least here. No, honestly, though, I feel like the power gloves would be really useful here, because Sam, I know it was explained already, but just for those who watched us out of order for whatever reason, the power gloves allow you to climb shit faster. So, like, if you're on a rope, you can climb up the rope much faster, and that's doubly so going down the rope as well. But also climbing up like hills, like walk up hills. He uses the power gloves to walk up the hills, and the power gloves are useful as well because if you have something heavy, it helps add. It can make Sam carry things a lot easier. So the power gloves are really useful. Not just because I get to punch mules in the face and laugh because they got like, what's that enemy from Origins again? Electrocutioner, like fucking electrocutioner in the face. Like Sam's gonna be like, I'm gonna kill you, and then I'm gonna jumpstart your heart and kill you again, like that guy. Fucking. Oh shit! Okay, I'm tripping. Oh, whew. Oh, I need a breather after that one. Also, the fucking snowy mountain makes your energy go down so fast that, like, you're constantly on the verge of running out of like stamina. That's really annoying. Granted, it makes sense. It's annoying. Man, I'm full of complaints. Episode was 13 was nothing but me complaining about my shitty fucking professor. And then episode 14 is a fun ass fight, so that doesn't count. But then episode like fucking 15 is nothing but me talking about like cutscenes and it's all depressing and shit. The song isn't helping things either. This song is mad depressing too. Fuck, this game is just all depression. Funny enough though, like playing through this game, I won't lie to you, I was kind of in a bad funk a few weeks ago when recording this. Not just even recording this, but even before the game came out, I was in like a really weird funk, like kind of down a lot for no apparent reason, honestly. I don't really want to talk about it right here. But anyway, this game really kind of helped me in a weird way. Like, I don't know, this game is really positive, like associations to it. Like the whole premise of the game is this guy is trying to connect the country together. This country that's torn apart and they can't like really communicate with each other at all. And here's this one dude, he's traveling cross country and he's connecting everything together. And like along the way you meet people and they're all really nice to you except for that one dickhead, the fucking drunk dealer. But he was grieving, so I guess he gets a pass. But then they divorced anyway, so like what the fuck, dude? Fucking dickhead. Stop bringing me in your petty squabbles, I do not care. Anyway, but yeah, like everyone you meet is like, oh Sam, you're the hero or whatever, and like, oh great, I didn't know you could carry all this much, or like, you know, it's just like the small comments, you know, and like after a while I'm like hearing positivity and shit. It just kind of like lifted my mood a little bit after playing this game, or like while playing this game. It's, I don't know, it's a weird thing, I guess. Yeah, but this is the weird glitch that I had. So the song was playing in the background. And then you're gonna hear like the audio sound a little weird. Here, listen. To me, it sounds a little muted. Maybe it's just maybe it was just my TV or whatever. But
much appreciated, friend. Thanks to you, we can finally move ahead with the dig. I swear, this place is bad enough without having to worry about getting asphyxiated. Not that I need to tell you. You did it after all, though I can't for the life of me imagine how.
yeah, see, that sounded a lot lower than what it should have been. And I think it has something to do with the music playing, and since the song hasn't ended, like it's somewhat playing in the background or whatever, but it's like this weird audio glitch that I found randomly. So I don't know if anyone else has experienced that, but yeah, that's one glitch that I found. I don't know if I would consider falling down the mountain like weirdly a glitch. I think it's just the physics being weird. I wouldn't necessarily put that as like a glitch or anything. That's just like sometimes like the Havoc engine too, like fucking acts weirdly too. I don't know if it's just physics in the game or if I would really consider that a glitch. But like getting stuck on stuff, I would say would be a glitch, but nothing like too important, honestly. Although it did cost me like nearly killing Mama though. That one glitch where I got stuck on the rock and like fell because of no reason.
You can set up the chiral network while I work.
All right, quiet guy. Oh wait, that's not the guy. What the fuck's his name? Quiet man. Quiet man. Boogeyman. Bye bye man. Bye bye man. That was his name. Yes. Why am I remembering shitty horror movies? Yeah. All right. Lack of effort. Jesus pose. Or T-pose, whatever you want to call it. It seems like I missed a spot over there, and well, actually, I missed many spots. Well, it's not that important. Like, I don't know. Ooh, the oxygen mask. That's pretty cool. Magic grenade level 2. That's pretty neat. It just disperses more blood in a greater radius. So it does... not that it does more damage, it just covers more area.
Anyway, as it turns out, Sam Bridges, I have a favor to ask. A local porter was on his way here with something very valuable, but dropped it en route. It's a 200-million-year-old Ammonite, which looks, he says, almost as if it were still alive. He apparently stumbled across it in a boulder field, which had previously been hidden beneath a glacier, but that's not the half of it. The man claims this Ammonite has an umbilical cord. An umbilical cord. Color me skeptical, but the specimen merits study, and I wasn't about to leave such delicate work to an amateur. So I asked him to carve out the whole surrounding chunk of rock and bring it here to me. Naturally, I wanted to compare it with contemporary specimens in the vicinity, which is why I had him excavate a number of those in addition to the one he told me about. But what does the dumb fuck go and do? He loses the whole shipment. Didn't even have the good sense to mark which container had the Ammonite with the umbilical cord. The cargo was supposedly lost in the area to the southwest, where toxic gases have a tendency to build up. Old Mr. Reliable claims his cargo scanner is broken, and there's no way he can recover the shipment. But you could track it down. To protect you against the fumes, I'll provide you with an oxygen mask. Just to be safe. You can pick it up when you accept the order.
That fossil could represent an epochal discovery. While there are examples of viviparous fish, an ammonite with an umbilical cord is unheard of. And if it is indeed 200 million years old, it would also correspond with the end Triassic extinction, another one of the big five. Could the umbilical cord be connected to the beach? We must recover that cargo at all costs. It could provide a vital clue to the mechanisms underpinning the Death Stranding. We're so close. So very, very close to grasping the true nature of the phenomenon. Hurry, Sam. We cannot risk that Ammonite being lost.
Alright. Yeah, and then the music starts to pick back up, so it's, I don't know, it's a little weird. The fuck was I saying? Something glitch, something half-heartedly trying to Jesus fish, something, whatever. Fucking this part. Albeit that the, oh, hold on, let them explain what the oxygen mask is.
Good idea. It'll filtrate the air and keep you breathing normally. In addition to protecting you from toxic gases, it'll also help to reduce fatigue from strenuous activity, making it easier to keep your balance. If it didn't have a limited battery life, I'd tell you to keep it on the... It does, so don't.
Yeah, so it drains your battery, but it's useful because it keeps your stamina up and it helps you balance and stuff. It's useful. It's another equipable that you can equip using your up D-pad, just like that. Really useful. What was I saying though? I was gonna mention something along the lines of, oh, the lore, right. So, I will say this though, the game at this point may seem like padding to me, but it does add an interesting layer of lore to the world, and I can appreciate that. But I also kind of feel like my lore, like lore in video games to me is a little different. I feel like lore, when uncovering it, should come naturally in a player's exploration of the game. Such that, like, let's talk about like Mass Effect for a second. In Mass Effect, you can like go around worlds and find creatures and stuff. And as you find creatures and do missions and stuff, and side missions and stuff like that, you will fill out your encyclopedia thing that's in the game. And I feel like that's a good way to expand on lore. You know what I mean? The game doesn't have to outright tell you that the... What are they? Not the Turians. Fuck are they? The little like... Like the I almost said premature ones. That's a little rude. The ones that aren't as advanced. I've got the not the Turians. Fuck. Corins. Fuck. I forgot what they're called. Those big guys. Like Rex, like his species. Like the game doesn't have to like outright tell you that they got 4 balls, you know, but the game does. And then like as you play through the game, you'll get like little stories about them in your little encyclopedia, and then like it tells you a little bit about the world and like some of the animals in there, you know. So it's just interesting to see while you play the game, like find as you play out the game, especially if you're on their home planet, you can find stuff over there. And then like it just equips onto your encyclopedia. So I think that's pretty neat. But this game has some lore in it that, yes, it still does do that. Like as you progress through the game, you get to see like what some of the world has become through the eyes of like the musician or the Lupin's fan or whatever. But a lot of its lore comes from the main story, and that to me is kind of annoying. Because it kind of feels like, oh yeah, this is what this world is like, instead of me experiencing it. You know, it's like the game is showing more than the game is telling more than it's showing. Albeit, I do think that Mama and Heartman and Deadman have an interesting story. Maybe Deadman a little less so. I feel like having a cool cutscene that like has people like putting this Frankenstein monster together would have been fascinating to watch. So I feel like Kojima and Guillermo del Toro together would have had like an interesting idea to like make that look cool, like cool looking like shots and stuff. I don't know if Del Toro had much influence on the the cinematography of this game, but like his horror aesthetic definitely has some sort of part into this game, honestly. Granted, it's not like the most terrifying game. I wouldn't say this game is necessarily scary. I will say, though, I did feel anxiety when playing it in certain areas. Mostly in the beginning of the game, though. Like the time we first meet the mules, like that part fucking... I was on the edge of my seat for like the whole time there until like I was on. And like the first time we meet the BTs, like that was pretty nerve-wracking too, because I had no idea how to handle them at the time. You know, up until like... I don't know, maybe like even after I got caught and then like the dolphin popped out, like I had no idea what I was doing. It even took me a little while to deal with them. Like, get that shit out of here. Fucking useless ass. Anyway, let's make these Ammonite deliveries. This professor is going to bring back these what was it, dome fossils and bring them back, and I can get my very own Pokemon. Kabuto. Right, dome fossils, Kabuto, not Ammonite.
You found it. Let me see. I have to see it.
Look, man, it's just an Ammonite, man. It's like a fucking Pokemon.
It really is immaculately preserved.
Not even a good one.
Uncannily even.
Ooh, shade to Ammonite lovers. Ooh. I forgot what fossil Ammonite comes from. It's not shell, is it? Is it? Because one's dome, one's... I forgot the other one was. Fuck. Is it shell? It's been a minute, alright? I haven't played Pokemon in a minute. I kind of stopped playing it since Sun. I mean, like I own Ultra Sun, but like I played Pokemon the wrong way in that game. Let me put it this way: I spent 400 hours in Pokemon Sun. Sorry, Pokemon Moon, just doing absolutely nothing. 400 hours in, I still hadn't got like the 3rd or 4th like Z crystal. Like it was that bad. I was going throughout every route, leveling every Pokemon I caught, which is all of them, up to like increments of 5 levels per route. Not even per route, like per patch that had a new Pokemon. It was fucking stupid. Don't play Pokemon that way.
Thanks for bringing in that lost shipment, Sam.
It's not fun.
And yes, it did indeed include an Ammonite with a bona fide umbilical cord attached. I've already sent some images and a preliminary analysis to Heartman via the network. Interestingly, it seems the surrounding strata contain traces of tar, which lines up with one of his theories. Anyway, I know you only just brought this Ammonite here, but I'd like you to deliver it to a colleague of mine, an Evo-devo biologist. Lately, she's taken an interest in the tar, and I think she'd be eager to examine this particular specimen.
It's quite remarkable, and that's to your credit. To clarify, she has been studying how the tar may have influenced the development of various organisms. Accordingly, I would ask that you also recover the tar collectors deployed near her shelter, and deliver them along with the Ammonite. It would be too dangerous for her to attempt to retrieve them herself, which is why we must impose upon you. By aiding her research, we may yet inch closer to unraveling the secrets of the Death Stranding. We've already made so much progress with the data recovered by the network. With your continued help, I know we can accomplish even more.
Good work. New order available.
Sure.
Please access delivery terminal
I guess.
for further
I mean, I'm
information.
going there anyway. I might as well bring something over there. It'll be like a nice little present. A nice present that has like a little Pokemon in it. I mean, like, I know it's a fossil, but it's a Pokemon to me. Okay. Oh yeah, we have to still collect like tar shit though. So that's neat. Oh, this mission! Yeah, this mission's neat. All right, I like this one. This mission was pretty cool. We don't spend a lot of time in the snow here. Well, I guess we do, but it's not that bad. Yeah, this one was pretty neat. I like this one a lot. We're going to be meeting some interesting gazers. Actually, they're pretty unique. I should have made more grenades, but I didn't read the summary. It does tell you you're going to be dealing with BT areas. Also, keep in mind, there's a bunch of microchips around. Like, not just in BT areas, but like in mule encampments, there's some in there. Just all over the place. I don't know if I mentioned that. Again, I'm sorry if I'm like repeating myself. I've been recording this game since like the day it launched. Okay, like 40 hours of gameplay, and then like almost like 20 something hours of just going through and like trimming shit out and editing it all, trying to make it seem interesting. And then like however much time is left of the footage I cut out, so like maybe like 30 something hours of footage cut out, not cut out, but like 37 hours of footage left, I am then recording. So if I repeat myself, I am sorry. I pretty much talked about everything I had to in this game, or at least everything that I've learned and found out about this game. I don't know what I was doing there. I don't even remember. It was probably something kind of important, but since I cut it out, it's not even that important to me anymore. Which is why I kind of want, like, that's why I like live commentary, because, like, while you're playing the game, you get to, like, think out, like, your thought process, and I think that's pretty cool. But live commentary has its hassles with it, too, that I find rather annoying. Unless you're someone who's meticulous and plans everything out from day one, and then, like, plans every episode, and, like, you know, essentially what I'm saying is, unless you're Chugga Conroy, you know, like, live commentary isn't for me. You know what I'm saying? I used to do live commentary on my old channel way back when. Yeah, and don't get me wrong, I think I had a blast doing that, but I feel like post-commentating stuff is a lot easier for me. Albeit it does take me a little longer to get stuff out. But I feel like I could just work on it, and then it like, I don't know. And it's not like it's like heavy editing. It's usually just me like cutting stuff out and like making a crossfade every once in a while. Oh, by the way, the reason why I haven't been doing a lot of crossfades either in this playthrough is just because whenever I did them in like the earlier episodes, it slowed down my editing program for whatever reason. Like my program could not handle me slowing down this footage for no apparent reason. I chalk it up to my computer being really old. Old in like today's standards. Like just to let you know what my specs are. I have like a AMD 3600 series, I think it is. That might be like equivalent to an i3 processor, which is a Dell processor. I think I have 8 gigs RAM, which is fine. That's like standard in most computers when you buy them, unless you add more RAM. I have a terabyte hard drive storage, but I'm running Windows 7 because I bought this computer back when Windows 7 was a thing. Yeah, I never upgraded to Windows 8 because my computer... well, first of all, computers... Windows 8 fucking sucked dick, alright? I'm not gonna say that... Like, I'm not saying that Windows 7 is the best, but it's certainly goddamn better than Windows 8. Windows 8 was horrible. I remember fucking having a friend update his computer to Windows 8, and it just fucking... Windows 8 bricked his computer for weeks. It was ridiculous. So, like, hearing that story made me not want to fucking update to Windows 8. And then Windows 10 came out, and granted, Windows 10 is a lot better than Windows 8. It certainly still has its issues, but I don't think my computer can handle Windows 10. Like, it could barely probably handle Windows 8, let alone Windows 10. But, yeah, I think it's just time for me to upgrade my computer at this point. I don't know when that's going to happen, but I would love to do it soon. I just don't have the money for it, so... here's hoping that I will save up some cash for a decent computer. One that can handle editing and streaming and recording. Now that I'm pretty much almost done with my community's college stint, I can really do a lot more with this, so I can really focus more on like, the computer stuff. But now we're going to be dealing with the BTs in this area. Now this area is pretty neat. We're out of the snow, first of all. That's awesome. But we're going to be dealing with some interesting BTs. Other than the standard gazers that we've been seeing throughout the game, and like the occasional baby BT that we may or may not have seen, we're going to be dealing with a bunch of giant BTs. I haven't actually been caught by them, so I don't for certain know what exactly they do. Also, I threw that one right over his fucking head. And we're out of grenades. That's great. I should have made more grenades before coming here. But yeah. Also, that's another one that could have been useful for me to hold down the R2 if I had known that at the time. There we go. We killed 2. I would not recommend wasting your grenades here. Honestly, I would hold off on them. I wouldn't waste them. Shooting the BTs is recommended, probably. But at the same time, it's not. That guy's coming at me. Freaked me out, dude. Yeah, you saw the way that they chase you. They like bend up, like they bend their chest upwards, and they just like. Oh, that's creepy. Yeah, man, that was creepy as fuck. But yeah, we're gonna be seeing a giant BT, and the interesting thing about this giant BT, unlike the BTs we normally deal with, like the standard BTs. The giant ones, for some reason, don't have an umbilical cord or just a standard tether, like the standard gazers do. Let me see if I can take a look at the big one. There's one around here somewhere. Where is he? He's over there, over the lake, right? Yep. So that tethers for that guy. And if we take a little, if we get a little closer, let's kill that guy off real quick, just because he's bothering me with his face. There we go, he's dead, so he's no longer going to be bothering me. Ooh, nice cryobites, that's awesome. Always appreciated cryobite. Cryobites. Let's see, where is he? He's over that giant tar pit. I don't see him though, it's probably because I'm moving. Instead of keeping still, like a smart board. We'll get that one later. Let's kill this guy. And kill that guy. And fear for my life. I was like, oh shit, that guy's mad close to me. Alright. And then I threw my grenade, or I was about to throw my grenade. I was like, whoa, wait a minute. He's not close to me at all. That guy's just a huge motherfucker. But look at him. He doesn't have a cord, so that's pretty interesting. I don't know why he doesn't have a cord. Maybe he's like a special gazer, you know? But I don't think I was caught by him either, so I don't know like what he does. He definitely does not take he tanks hits. Like if you shoot him or throw grenades at him, it takes a while to kill him. Or at least it takes a while for me to kill him. I don't even think I killed him, honestly. There's another giant BT. Again, I thought he was just super close to me. But one way to know that they're not close to you is by looking at the BB scanner. If it's spinning, they're close to you. If it's just flapping, they have some distance. I mean, they're close, but they're not that close. You know what I'm saying? Like, if it's... Point is, if it's spinning, you're like right on top of it. If it's not spinning, you're fine. No, like I'm pretty close to that. You know, honestly, there's two of them. One grenade could probably do some damage to that guy right over there. It's probably the smartest decision, considering I wasn't prepared for this area. But yeah, as long as you stay quiet, you hold your breath, and you crouch walk, and you move slowly, you should be fine. You don't really have to worry too much about making noises, honestly. So you should be okay. And if you come prepared with the hematic grenades, again, you could just take them out. Especially if they're all clumped up like this, you could just take them both out. Double kill. Oh, he's this one. Yeah. So those giant ones, they take quite the beating. It's not like they can't die. At least I don't want to say they can't die. I don't think I've actually killed one in this playthrough. But definitely they do take their hits. Like because I think I remember throwing at least like 2 or 3 grenades at them, and then I shot them with the bullets, with the giant one, and like he just wasn't going down. So yeah. Anyway, there is the last tower. I left that one last because we're going to be heading in that direction anyway to bring it to the Evo-devo, whatever scientist. But that giant one's going to be creeping me out. I'm kind of afraid that if it sees me, it's going to spawn like a giant fucking alien monster or something. I kind of want to deal with him, honestly, but at the same time, I don't. But yeah. Let's see. There's 1 tether, 2 tethers. Big boy over there. Another big boy right down there. There's like 2 of those guys. Let's just kill this guy. He's kind of in my way. I don't really want to do it. Alright, yep, here's the big boy. He didn't take that one lightly, me killing his little buddy over there. Oh, he does have an umbilical cord. Look at that. But it doesn't like tether around like the other ones. Yeah, if you look closely, he has an umbilical cord, but it doesn't like go around like all the other ones do. That's weird. Oh, fuck, I missed. Are you serious? There we go. That's 1 grenade. But he didn't die. He just kind of like squirms around. So I think that was my first mistake. I didn't throw another one. But they don't have life bars either, you know? So it's like, it's kind of hard to tell, like, did I do a lot of damage to them, or did I just hit them and aggravate them a little bit? You know, like, I hit him twice with 2 grenades, and they did jack shit, you know? Fuck. You think these are like Dooms users? You think like the Dooms users turn into these giant BTs? That'd be cool. But I ran out of shit, so we're gonna have to bring attention to myself by bombarding these other enemies with my flavorful bullets. My flavorful bullets of blood. Alright, that was a bad idea, because now I'm being closed in on by this guy. Let's see if I can kill this guy real quick. Oh, fuck, I got caught. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. I can just pee on these guys, and I'm not going to pee on them. Alright, it's okay. It's okay. As long as I shake them off and make my way past this tar circle, I'll be fine. But the good thing about being caught by BTs is that it kind of despawns all the other BTs for a little bit. And then like they all come back once the tower comes back. But if you get grabbed by like, let's say you get grabbed by a BT, and a catcher appears, and you kill the catcher, it despawns all the BTs in the area. I don't know if that applies to the big boys, but it applies to all these small gazers down here. Ah, look at them. I like the designs of these little swimmy boys. These like these little swamp gazers over here, these little tar pit ones. I like their look. I don't know. They just look cool to me. Oh shit, that just decked that one in the fucking face? Yeah. Man, these guys are trying to kill me. Yeah, they're like smothering Sam's face and they're like trying to break my neck and throw me into the ground. You guys need to back the fuck up. Also, keep in mind that the blood bullets work on these guys too. You can just shoot them with the blood bullets. Only one bullet is needed to really make them go away. Like each individual person only takes one blood bullet for it to take them away. So you can just point your gun and shoot at them. It's totally worth it. Works wonders. Yeah, we're gonna be needing to drink this. I am out of stamina. I'm surprised my adrenaline boost didn't kick in. Maybe it has, and I just wasted it by doing fuck all, you know? But we're pretty much just a straight line away until the Evo-devo scientist. Biologist? The fuck is she? I don't remember what her full title is, but whatever, it doesn't matter. The Evo-devo person. We're not that far from here. Granted, I can totally understand why Heartman was like, yeah, it's dangerous for her to get there. Like, I wouldn't want anyone to go through a BT field like that. That seems annoying as hell. Especially those big boys. I kind of want to see what happens when you get caught by them. Imagine it's just like a giant, like another giant BT just appears and you have to fight that. That'd be cool. I don't know, that'd be pretty cool. Edipot, get on that. What happens when you get caught by the giant BTs? I'm just kidding. Edipot doesn't have to do anything. But yeah, we're almost out of all-terrain batteries. Actually, we're almost out of batteries in general. I don't know if I explained this, but the battery affects everything. So if you have power gloves, an oxygen mask, and your skeleton's on, it'll drain your battery. It drains Sam's battery. But if you're on a bike, your batteries won't be used, but the bike's batteries will be used, if that makes sense. So like if you're in a vehicle, only the vehicle's batteries will be used, but if you're on foot, anything and everything will drain your battery because you have a battery on yourself that powers your skeletons, your mask, your oxygen mask, whatever. Like anything that takes power will be drained off of your battery, and will not be drained by the battery of the vehicle that you're on. Granted, the battery backpack that you have might actually work on the vehicles. I haven't really tested that out, but yeah, I think the backup battery that you have on your back does charge the vehicles. That's pretty cool. But we are almost there, which means we're actually almost done with this part. I mean, we still have like an hour left, but that's literally just running to, I think it's Heartman's, and then back down westward, if I'm not mistaken. Excuse me. But yeah, if I'm not mistaken, that's all that's left is just Heartman's lab, and then heading back down, and then we get to deal with whatever the fuck we're gonna be dealing with when we get down there. So that's pretty neat. I won't lie, this game has a pretty cool climax to it. Like we're nearing the climax of this game. It's pretty cool. Actually, I feel like this game has like two rising actions in a way. Like I don't know. But yeah, it's pretty cool. Anyway, we're right here. Yeah, Lou, you hanging in there? We were dealing with some scary shit. You know, I haven't shook you in the look. Ooh, that sounded wrong. Shake the BB. Yeah, I was having a conversation with my friend about this game and how you can like shake the baby really rapidly, and someone overheard us out of context. Like, what the fuck are you guys talking about?
I'm impressed, Sam. Not many people would have even attempted this. May I have a look? Not a scratch on it, and the tar inside is safe and secure. You do not disappoint, my friend.
May you have a look. What the fuck are you talking about? Lady, it's your shit. Like, I don't care. I don't care. I think this is the part where my capture card was fucking up. So if you see like random jump cuts spewed around, that's why. Like right there. There was a little jump cut right there. You saw that little glitch on the screen right now? That was my jump card. This is the only part where that happens. And if I get a new computer, I'm gonna have to get a new capture card as well. I'm gonna get the Elgato S60. I mean, it looks cool, but my only issue with that is that it doesn't capture old footage like this model does, the one that I have, like the OG HD, whatever, like the OG one from like 2013, 2014. Like it doesn't have like a setting to capture old school recording, so I'm gonna have to hook it up to an HD adapter, which I already do anyway. So I guess it's not really that much different than what I'm doing anyway, but just annoying that it doesn't do that, you know? Because like I like playing a lot of old games because I like learning from past, like old school games, and like there's just this era of video games that I feel like. I mean, I'm sure there's a lot of videos on YouTube about it. I mean, there's a shit ton of videos about everything on YouTube, but like I haven't watched a lot of videos on like Pit My Ride, you know what I'm saying? Like, like I can't think of, like I haven't seen anything on Pit My Ride. I just saw that one day in my not so local mom and pop shop. I was like, this seems hilarious to play. Apparently it's my most popular series. I don't fucking understand how that happened, but yeah, I don't know, 100 views on like the first part, almost 100 views on the last part, and then like 70 to 80 views on every other part. Like I have no idea what I did to deserve that.
Thank you.
Holy shit.
It goes without saying, but I am convinced that the tar is related to the BTs and the Death Stranding. After all, both it and Timefall are the defining features of the post-Stranding ecosystem. Sudden environmental changes such as these invariably lead to the extinction of organisms that fail to adapt. Those that do adapt do so by virtue of enhancers, the regions of DNA that grant successful organisms their advantages. These genetic factors are the key to evolution. But there are genes which have the opposite effect, those which disadvantage organisms. Extinction factors, as they have been called. These are the seeds of advancement and obsolescence. Such factors may lie dormant within us all, a choice waiting to be made. For every being since the advent of life itself. If so, then ancient proof may hide deep within the tar. Evidence of these genetic decisions that may aid us in navigating our current crossroads. In any event, thanks to you, I can now study the composition of the tar in greater detail. I'll make sure to share any interesting results with you later.
Well done, Sam. You furthered our research into the Death Stranding in ways you cannot imagine. Thank you again for bringing me Mama's body, as well as that Ammonite. Speaking of which, my analysis of its umbilical cord is proceeding apace. I've been comparing the data against some of our restored archives. Anyway, would you mind returning to my lab? Preparations are finally complete for the chiral relay integration. If you could collect the necessary materials for the restoration work and bring them here, I would be most grateful.
Alright, I guess it's time to head back to Heartman's lab. I think I show this whole thing up because we're doing it from a different area, right? Seems like I'm gonna go into this safe house and then I'm gonna be cutting away. But oh no, I cut to Heartman's lab. Okay. Never mind. Neat. So let's get Sam a good nap. He needs it. And then I mean like acid reflux again. What the fuck? Jesus Christ. Well, anyway, sorry about that. I also wanted to say thank you for everyone who watches my videos. Like I wasn't expecting to get as many views as I did so early in like this channel's life cycle. Like I was not expecting that at all. Again, like 100 views on like on the oh god, oh, the green, it came back. I wasn't expecting the oh, mind you, I was cutting these out like those are just like, for whatever reason, those were the lingering ones that I could not get rid of. Like every time I cut them out, they just kept coming back. I just gave up at some point. Like it was fucking annoying. Honestly, I had no idea what was going on right there. But thank you for everyone who's watched all my videos, or just any of my videos, even if it was like one of them. Even if you just like clicked on it, saw like 2 seconds, wasn't even interested in it. Like thank you. Yeah, it means a lot.
I got my hands on something special. I might later test some when you're open. A toast to Lisa. And to you. Not bad.
Oh, that's pretty cool. And back to Heartman's lab we go. I'm just gonna cut away, I guess. I mean, it's not really that far. Anyway, at Heartman's lab. Oh, that was really jittery. That must have been like me fading it in, probably. We're gonna run to the door and check up on our old little buddy that has a heart issue. Yo, it was good. All right, let's check out Heartman. Maybe I can get another look around his lab. Oh,
Thank you,
he's
Sam.
awake.
In reclaiming our past, we've uncovered a number of vital clues. Don't worry, I just got back. We have time. When you met with Mama, you experienced a strong antigen-antibody reaction, correct?
There was a BT in the room.
There was, but something else may have been causing it. I've discovered large quantities of chiral matter in Mama as well. Not just the usual kind that collects on our skin or on our suits. It's in all her cells. Cells that are no longer active. The BT you encountered there was special. It was her child, but also her own soul. Somehow, her car and half failed to separate. They must have remained connected through the umbilical cord. It's the only explanation.
Is that why I didn't get a bruise where she touched me?
Yes, and there's more.
10 seconds to cardiac arrest. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
I modified the log times. Headquarters will have no record of what we say. Look, a message from Dead Man. It came with the umbilical cord.
Sam, I'm sorry. You deserve to know what you were carrying. But I couldn't risk Die-Hardman finding out about the case. So I had no choice but to keep it off the books. You've got to keep this between us. We still don't know if the director can be trusted. The umbilical cord was taken from Bridget Strand. I removed it in secret. The cord wasn't attached to a fetus. It was outside her body. She asked me to take care of it. Said it was the key to unlocking the Death Stranding. But she insisted that I never tell the director. The cord shows no sign of decomposition or necrotization. almost as if it's frozen in time. I thought Heartman might be able to make sense of it, so I had it hidden with your cargo at Mountain Knot City.
Deadman's observations were accurate. It's just like Mama's corpse.
What do you mean?
I mean, they share a very unique property. Both contain large amounts of chiralium in their cells. In other words, the President's cord was somehow connected to the beach, and that allowed it to escape the flow of time. I've put together the bones of a theory. It's patchy, but worth sharing, I think. Life on Earth has been rocked by many extinctions, great and small, including the Big Five. And if you examine the Earth's strata, its history, if you will, you'll find chiralium deposits that can be dated to each. What if the manifestation of beaches and other associated phenomena correspond to extinction-level events?
You mean?
Yes. Our Death Stranding could just be the latest of many. The records and research you helped us to recover strongly suggest that we are in the middle of the 6th extinction.
6th extinction? Come on.
You know what this is, yes?
A frozen mammoth from 10,000 years ago.
Correct. And this?
The Iceman from 5,300 years ago.
They both have the same umbilical cords.
Bullshit.
Humor me. What if the mammoth and the Iceman weren't frozen?
You're saying time stopped for them just like it did for Mama?
Unfortunately, all these specimens were lost in the Death Stranding, so there's no way to examine the genuine articles, but some fragments of data did survive. With the aid of the Chiral network, we may be able to piece together something more concrete using Evo-devo tech. All right, how's this? A dinosaur from 65.5 million years ago. Umbilical cord, not decomposed.
Only mammals have umbilical cords.
No. Only mammals have umbilical cords used for childbirth. This is something else. Call it a strand from the other side. I propose that mammalian umbilici are a sort of mimesis of the strand that then evolved over time. We shouldn't assume that everything about a Death Stranding is detrimental to life. Trilobites, Ammonites, dinosaurs, the mammoth, the Iceman, all preserved as if frozen in time, all without exception, found with strands, which is to say that all may have been connected to the beach. And this, when viewed in the context of the extinction entity, EE theory, leads me to surmise that organisms with strands are in fact extinction entities. You see, Sam, EEs are connected to the beach via their strands. And it is through this connection that they somehow bring about a Death Stranding.
So you're saying Bridget was an extinction entity?
It's far too soon to say anything for certain. And since you burned her body, we may never know.
Higgs said Amelie's an EE, that she doesn't have dooms like the rest of us.
Sam, think. Assume that President Strand was an EE. Isn't it possible that her daughter is too? At the very least, Higgs may hope as much now that the President is unavailable.
So he kidnaps her for EE powers or whatever to cause a mass extinction.
Perhaps. Perhaps not. I doubt a single EE is powerful enough to cause a Death Stranding, assuming Amelie is an EE.
Well, Higgs sure thinks she's got what it takes.
Indeed.
and we need to get her back as soon as possible.
1 minute remaining. Please hold on to something secure.
Ah, this one is real. Sam, go west.
How do you want me to handle Die-Hardman?
With your customary reserve. Nothing good will come of him learning of our suspicions. Whatever else is going on, we still need the chiral network.
Right.
Activating lab security measures. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
All right, gentlemen and ladies, it is time to head west. Time to finish this game.
It's time, Sam. When you're ready, proceed to the shore of the tar belt and begin work on the chiral relay. Once it's ready, use the Cupid to bring it online. The necessary materials are prepped for you. Supplies are limited, so handle them with care. You'll be carrying a lot, too. All things considered, this might be one of your hardest runs to date. Heartman knows more about the site than I do, so he'll take it from here. It's about time for his wake-up call anyway. Administering shock. Stand clear.
It hasn't been 3 minutes. What?
Right. About that way station. The site we have chosen was an original candidate for the way station we lost to the tar belt. Ironically, we suspended construction because we deemed it a little too unstable and not worth the risk. But this time, it's our best shot. So let's hope we weren't right to change horses in midstream. Fortunately for us, the foundation we laid down is still intact. All you have to do is transport the necessary materials to the site and finish the job. I'm afraid it's the only way we can expand the network further west and rescue Harmony. We're counting on you, Sam.
Alright, sounds easy, I guess. Anyway, it's time for mission 62, repair chiral relay. Also, we have ourselves a grenade launcher. Neat. That's actually one of my favorite weapons in this game. It's pretty cool. It's exactly as it sounds. It's a grenade launcher. It shoots grenades. Not really that complicated. But yeah, we're gonna put that on my tool rack most likely, or it should be my tool rack, unless I'm putting it away because I didn't want to have weapons on me or whatever. No, I'm putting it on my tool rack. That's what I figured. The best way to handle this mission is probably have a vehicle of some kind, just because you have a lot of weight on you. Also a power skeleton. Power skeleton would be super useful here. Albeit the hybrid, not the hybrid, I don't know why I keep calling it that. The all-terrain skeleton can allow you to get, at least for me at least, it had enough to take it, but I would rather have a power skeleton. So what I did was off camera I fabricated myself a power skeleton. Which would be super useful. I won't be running in the snow that much anyway, so I didn't think it would be that necessary to have an all-terrain skeleton on me. Also, since I put on the power skeleton, I had to get rid of something on my hips anyway. So, none of that climbing anchored stuff. I'm going to have to rely on other people's creations to help me along the way. I think I already fell asleep, right? Because that's how I got here. I took a nap, and then I ran up the stairs, if I'm not mistaken. We didn't see any what's it called, Unger cutscenes. I show them all. Every one that I found, I showed, even if it like repeated, just because I wasn't sure if I had already shown it or not. Let's see if I don't remember. Does the zipline take us in the direction we want to go? I mean, even if it doesn't, it's going to take me up this mountain anyway. I might as well take it, right? Let's see. Hold on. I gotta check the map again there, I'm assuming, or maybe it doesn't go the way I need it to go. Yeah, it doesn't go the way I need it to go. Okay, so never mind. That zipline is not going to be helpful. That's fine. Not that big a deal. We're gonna just walk our way down west. I'm fucking lost. Where am I going? Shit. Where are you? Oh, waypoint. 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 It's gonna make a fucking dotted line. There we go. Cool. Alright, so now we're heading in this direction. The right way, probably. Hopefully. Maybe. I wasn't confused. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. I was gonna mention something. Totally forgot what it was. I don't feel like climbing up that mountain, so let's go the shorter way, just because that seems a little easier for me. Oh, right, that's what it was. The snow. We're not gonna be dealing. Albeit, like I mentioned earlier, like we were dealing with a lot of snow. I think I mentioned that in the last episode. I guess some of the missions that we did, didn't really involve the snow too much. It's just like, it's kind of annoying that we had to do the snow part. Like we had to deal with a lot of snow, I guess, in this. So I don't know. Maybe I was just misremembering, but I definitely didn't like this chapter as much as the other ones. Just because I felt like it was treading the snow aspect again. But I did like the new areas we went to, like the tar pits. I thought that was pretty cool. And seeing like the giant BTs and stuff, I thought that was pretty neat. I like that. I like the poison hazard. Although that's like the only area I can think of that has it. I mean, I'm sure there's probably more spaces in the game that have poison, but that's the only one I can think of that has it. Kind of like the wind farm, like how that's the only place I can think of that has like the strong winds. Like I haven't stumbled upon any other place that had strong winds. Like imagine running here, there'd be like a gust of strong wind here. That'd be pretty cool. You know, you'd have to like duck down. Oh, I just remembered what I was gonna say. So if you have like a giant stack of stuff, maybe if you have like one more stack of materials above or something along those lines, Sam will start moving on his own if you crouch down and like give him a little forward momentum. If you do that, Sam will actually walk forward, albeit kind of slowly. Like I won't lie, it is slower than just generally walking, but at least to my knowledge, he doesn't tip over. Like he won't lose balance as easily, I suppose is probably the best way to put it. So like you have a lot of weight and it's like really tall. If you crouch down and like push the analog stick up a little bit to get Sam moving, he'll keep moving, albeit slowly without falling over, which is really nice. It seems like the momentum like just keeps pushing him forward. He like just walks on his own. It's pretty neat. I should have fabricated more blood grenades, shouldn't I? I don't remember if I did. I don't think I did. I think I only fabricated the power skeleton. But much like these signs are warning me, we are entering a BT territory. Don't worry about the BTs, I guess. I don't know. The BTs aren't too bad in the snow, I guess. Honestly, I think I mentioned this in Dead Man too, but like when you get caught by them, I feel like it makes things a little easier. I don't know. I just feel like getting through like their tar is easier than going through the snow. I feel like Sam walks a little faster in the tar than he does in the snow. Even if he's going through the snow and the tar at the same time, like to me it seems like he goes faster. Albeit that doesn't make any sense, and it might actually slow him down a lot more, but to me it just seems like he went faster. Maybe it's because it's like... Excuse me, sorry about that. Maybe it's because like... Oh, is that the baby BT? Yeah, you can see them. Those little tiny ones, those are the babies. Yeah, they're morbid as fuck. But yeah, maybe it's just because like instead of like trudging through snow, like you're actively being chased by something, and like I guess it tricks my mind into thinking that like, oh, I need to get out of here, you know, and like the act of getting away like does something more than just walking through snow. Let's kill this baby. Oh wait, that came out a little harsher than it should have. Let's release this child BT into the afterlife and receive likes from it. that sounded a little better than killing a baby. Oh, I walked right into that fucking... Oh, right, I wanted to punch a BT in the face. That was my next test. I wanted to punch a BT in the face and see if I could... well, actually, I think what I was trying to do was actually cut the cord there, but I also wanted to see if I could punch the BT in the face, but I didn't have the power gloves on me, so... But you see what I'm saying? Like, to me, it just seems like Sam is walking a little faster in the tar than he would be in the snow. Like, I don't know what it is about the snow that makes Sam walk a little faster in the tar than in the snow. Like, I have no idea. But it just seems like he walks a little slower in the snow than he does not. I guess. I don't know, that's just me. I don't see him, and I don't feel comfortable moving without seeing him, but he's not in my way, I guess. Yeah, like, oh, there he is. He's not in my way, so I'll be fine if I walk this way. Just continue along the dotted path. Make sure that scanner is visible. If you need to make the scanner easier to see, if you click the right analog stick, it shifts the camera perspective from his over the right shoulder to over the left shoulder, so you can see the scanner a little easier than you would normally. Like, especially if you have like a tall thing blocking the way, like switching the shoulder might help you look at the scanner a little easier. I don't know if I mentioned that earlier. Also, I didn't really use that as much just because I forgot that you could do that, but you can do that and it helps. You don't have to be like aiming down a sight to switch your shoulder. You can do that when you're not doing that either. We should be getting close to the end of this giant snow mountain area. I think we're going to be hitting a blizzard, and then we're going to be able to like push through, if I'm not mistaken. Actually, I stumbled upon something pretty neat that I didn't even know existed in this game until I found it. And I talked to my friend about it, but he apparently found multiples of these along his adventure. Like, he's taking his sweet time playing through this game. Like, he's not... he was explaining to me, like, since the way he likes to play video games is, like, to take it nice and slow and, like, really get immersed into the world and, like, do everything that he can, that you can in a game. Which is fair. Like, I like to do that, too, when I play a game. But since I'm recording this and I figured it was a long game, I didn't want to do that. I didn't want to spend, like, 120 hours. Plus, I didn't have the space on my computer for that. I actually probably would have run out of space having the 20 sessions or so, like however many sessions it is, plus the commentary, plus the videos, plus the hold on. So the raw files, the copies of the videos so that I don't lose them, plus the audio from me recording my footage, plus the file, like the editor file, and then the finished video, that would have taken up the remaining 700 gigabytes in my computer. Just having the originals on my computer brought me down from 700 to about 350 gigabytes, give or take. Just to let you know how much space this game took on my computer. I actually had to get a 2 terabyte hard drive just for this game, which I'm probably going to get a lot of mileage out of, honestly. This was such, like, that was not only an important purchase for me, but like that is such a thing that I didn't even think about getting until like my girlfriend was like, "Yo, you should probably get a hard drive." Like, I'm complaining about the space. I'm like, "Yo, you're right. I didn't think about that." But yeah, so I was talking to my friend from class, and we were shooting the shit about this game because, I don't know, why not? And I was telling him, like, yeah, I remember I found like this hot spring in the game, which is where we're heading to right now. By accident, like I was walking through the snowy mountains and like I stumbled upon it. It was pretty awesome. He was like, "Yeah, I found a few of those." I'm like, "Wait, there's more than one?" He was like, "Yeah, I like to take my time in playing the game, and I stumbled upon like a ton of them." I was like, "Oh shit, that would have been useful to know." I had no idea. So here's all my used and broken shit. I may have discarded these on the way to Heartman's lab. That's probably what I did. Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, we're actually heading towards a hot spring right now. I didn't find it on my way up to Heartman's lab. I actually stumbled upon it right now. Like, I was just kind of walking by, and I was like, "Oh, what the fuck is this?" I just so happened to make my dotted lines across the map. Like I didn't even realize someone had like placed something there. I think I actually may have found. I think someone left a sign. I was like, oh, what's that? And like, I wanted to check out what that sign says. I think that's what ended up happening. But yeah, like I didn't realize there was hot springs in this game. I had no idea when playing the game. So that was pretty cool. We're gonna. I think at least I found a hot spring in this part. If not, it's in the next. It's in the next part. But it's definitely around here because I remember climbing up the snowy mountains and finding it and being like, "Whoa! I could hot spring this. This is lit." I had no idea. And it's really cool. Like you can put up like a post box and like put music there, and you can just chill. And you can like play your harmonica there. And I found out you can bring like I was watching an Edipot video, and in it he brought Mama to like a hot spring, and like she goes in the hot spring, which I'm assuming the Chiral artist also can do that too as well. Probably, most likely. I have no idea. And yeah, it was pretty neat. And apparently, like if you sing to the BB in the hot spring by just pressing the touchpad, like you would just saying like, "Hello, my name is Sam," you know. Or like just giving likes. I don't know if I actually explained that. You can call out to people with the touch button. If you just press it, like Sam will say something. That's just pressing the touchpad. But if you do that in the hot spring, Sam might sing to the BB to soothe him. And if you have Mama with him, she also joins in on the little singing. It's pretty nice. It's a nice little detail. Like I would never have thought of that as a game developer. Like I probably would never have even like that would have never crossed my mind as a game developer, let alone a player. Like I didn't even think about that. I was just so busy, like preoccupied, thinking like I gotta get Mama to like her sister as quickly as possible. But to be fair, I also was thinking to myself like, fuck, I gotta get Mama there before she dies because anything will fucking kill her. Literally anything will kill her. I wonder if she takes damage and goes into a hot spring, will she like heal off of that? That'd be pretty cool. I mean, I have no idea. Do you heal in the hot spring? I don't remember what the hot spring does. I know the hot spring recharges your batteries, and I know it refills your stamina, but I don't remember if it heals you. I don't think it does. But it might. I have no idea. I don't remember. But that's something to test, I guess. I mean, I don't know. It might. I don't remember. So yeah, here's the hot springs. You can actually see the little steam rising up. I was like, oh shit, what? What the fuck is this? And I saw that sign with the spring, and I was like, oh, what? A hot spring? What the fuck is that? Like, I had no idea this was here. So I'm almost positive I saw the sign on the map and like made my way over there, but it was also just a path that was a lot easier to go around because I didn't have to climb up all those mountains. So yeah, we can take a bath in the hot spring. That's pretty neat. Yep, battery is full. You play around with BB and the little orange water. I would not enter that water. It looks comfy though, like it's all nice and hot. But you see that electricity? That shit would freak me out. Like I would hop in there and like just die, like fucking Sly Cooper that shit, you know? Like I would make that exact sound, like the sound that Sly does when he gets electrocuted. That fucking sound, I would do that sound. I would hop in there and go and like die. But yeah, you can like sing to the BB. It's pretty neat. And it refills your stamina and refills your battery. I don't know if it fills your health, but then again, I didn't take any damage along the way, so there's that. And then conveniently, there's a place to sleep, but I didn't need that because I had literally just filled up my stamina, so no need to do that, I guess. Looks like there's a lot of smoke coming off of there. That looks dangerous. Old Volcano Observatory. That looks like there's another spot to deliver mail to, it looks like. Interesting. Oh, well, we're going to go this way. Because if I'm not mistaken, we're entering a mule territory. So, finally, we haven't seen the mules in a minute. In like an entire chapter or two. Or 3, I guess, if you really want to count the boss fight chapter as a chapter where you don't fight the mules. I mean, you fight like soldiers. It's not necessarily the mules. I guess that makes sense. But yeah, we're gonna be fighting. We're not gonna be fighting the mules. We're gonna be dealing with the mules, I guess is a better term. We're gonna be trying our best to avoid them. So it seems like one path has BTs and then the other path has mules. That's what I think that was the justification. I was like, I didn't want to deal with BTs. It looks like there's BTs on that side, so I'm gonna go around the mountain towards that lightning strike. Look at that lightning strike. That looks so cool. I don't know if you're supposed to be able to see that, but like it looks cool. Like that weird like magnetic void, and then just you see the lightning. That looks pretty cool. But yeah, like I had no idea if you were supposed to. I mean, oh, the fuck. I don't know if there's BTs on the other route, but I don't remember what the map looks like here. But there was definitely something that I wanted to avoid over there, and I wanted to climb up the mountains too. It's probably just a giant mule encampment. That's most likely what it is, but I can't remember. But knowing me, I'd rather deal with the mules than the BTs anyway. So, like any day of the week. Mostly because the mules go down if you shoot them in the face. Like it doesn't matter if you. It doesn't matter like what level the fucking mule is. Like it could be like a mule with like a lot of armor. If you shoot that guy in the fucking face, he's gone. He's going down super quickly. I say arm with an arm. Was I like a mule with an arm? I meant armor. Sorry. Like if it looks like he's more heavily padded, if you shoot him in the face, he's going down. With the stun, the non-lethal weapon.
Only gonna get harder.
Yeah, facts, Sam. But the only reason why I wanted to avoid the mules is because I'm carrying this cargo, like all this cargo, and I feared that maybe they had like a sticky gun, and then they would launch it forward, and then I would have no choice but to run in there and like deal with them and like fight them. So I opted to divert my dotted line path a little bit. I was gonna drop down the sign with the mules on it. And then I wanted to essentially just go around them by climbing up this big ass hill, potentially dealing with falling rocks. I mean, the rocks aren't so bad to deal with because I haven't like gotten hit by them or anything. There's not really much to deal with. This right here would definitely be a spot for the all-terrain skeleton. This would be the most useful area for that, most definitely. The slanted hillscapes with the rocks everywhere, the fucking all-terrain would crush this area mad quickly. Honestly, like, to be fair, I feel like I would rather deal with the snow than the mules at this point. Like, cause since I have like all this cargo on me, I didn't really want to like lose it all. You feel? So like I didn't want to do that. I decided that it was probably better that I take it nice and slow up this fucking hill. If I had to jump in the snow, I would jump in the snow. It's whatever. I don't care about the snow. As long as I'm not in their area, they shouldn't try and chase me with their little scanner. Like their scanner shouldn't pick me up, and I wouldn't really have to worry about it too much. As long as, that being said, as long as I'm heading in the direction I need to be. Yeah, so I should be set as long as I stay up here. I don't know if they have anything that like trips you over here. I don't remember stepping into their location, but it definitely does seem like, oh yeah, here they come. So let's try and defer their ping real quick. There we go. Their ping has been negated. I don't have to deal with them right now. Awesome. But like again, I don't know if they have like one of those traps that like goes off the second you enter their area, like so that they know where you are. This is, I mean, they might. I mean, I have no idea. I don't think I accidentally tripped them or anything. So I didn't really have to really worry about it all too much. The mule encampment is pretty large though. It does cover a very big area. There seems to be quite a lot of them all around. If I were to take on the mules, I'd probably carry at least 2 or 3 guns. At least 2 assault rifles, maybe a shotgun just in case they get close. And I would have like at least the armor plates on my shoulders. There's a lot of them. And I do not want to be dealing with them at all. So let's climb around them. Oh shit, fuck. Alright, you lose balance, you run into a wall. That's fine. That's okay. I don't mind damaging this because this isn't going to anyone in particular. These are materials that will build a relay. Pretty much like metals and stuff. Ooh, blood bag. That's useful, but I don't need it right now. Okay, so there's a lot of tricky terrain here. As long as I take it slow, I should be fine. Don't have to worry about it all too much. But luckily for us, we are near the end of the game. Or rather, we are near the end of the chapter. Sorry, not the end of the game. I think I said, let's end the game. Let's beat the game earlier. I haven't said let's beat the chapter. I don't know what the fuck I was talking about. We still have like fucking, what, 6 chapters left? 5 chapters left? No, 6 chapters left. Yeah, 6 chapters left. And then the final chapter, which is, I guess, 7, but that's more of a, like, bonus video. That's not really more of a chapter, I guess. But yeah. I did mention earlier that I would like to stream. I still would, but again, I don't know if I can, you know, honestly. So I'm thinking of maybe, like, recording a little bit of footage just to show off what it's like to get, like, a star or something. Even though I think I did record, I think I saved a clip of what it's like to get a star and then like a legendary rank if I'm not mistaken, off camera. So I might add that into the final video. I haven't really thought about it at the moment. Seems like I would. Also, I'm thinking of maybe uploading these before I'm even done with the whole series, honestly. Just because I don't think you guys want to be waiting this long for me to start uploading again. Again, Mind Over Memes is next after this game, just because I wanted to play something stupid. And I haven't played that game since the last time I made a playthrough of it. So, there is that. I have a lot to say about that game. That game is dumb fun. It's a departure from the series, but boy, was it an interesting one. But yeah, I have not played that game in a while. Actually, I was looking at it to make sure my game isn't like scratched or anything, because I wasn't sure if like the game itself was dirty or anything. It doesn't look too bad. Seems like past me took care of his crash games. But yeah, I know it's weird that I'm not starting with the first Crash game. I understand that, but trust me, I don't like the first Crash game at all. Like, honestly, the first like PS1 classic Crash game, I hate that game. I hate that game with a burning passion. The level design of that game is great, but fuck, is it annoying to play through. I might just play the PS4 version of it, but then I was thinking like maybe I should do like a PS1 version and then like a remastered version, and then like, I don't know. I have no idea how I'm gonna do this. How I would even handle that. Like 2 separate playthroughs and 2 separate reviews. And then again, like, would I like review the entire trilogy, or would I review the remastered games? Like, would that be 3 separate reviews? Would that be 6 separate reviews? Like 1 for the PS1 version, 1 for the remaster? Like, how would I deal with that? Like, I haven't even thought about that. I have no idea how I would even handle that thing. So like, I'm not touching the 3 beginning, the 3 Crash games, like the 3 original 3. I also have Crash Bash for the PS1. I would like to pick up Team Racing for PS1, not the new one. I don't know how I feel about the new one. Honestly, I feel like the whole nostalgia shit is starting to like fade with me. Like, it was cool for Crash, it was great for Spyro, but then like once they did Crash Team Racing again, I was like, why are you just make a new Crash game? You know, there's fucking, can you like do something with the IP instead of like rehashing old shit? Just fucking make a new one. You know. And don't get me wrong, like, I like Team Racing. And I mean, I prefer Nitro Kart, but like, I like Team Racing. That's fine. I actually picked up Tag Team Racing the other day. I saw that at the local, not so local mom and pop shop, and I was like, oh shit! This is a game where we get to fuse the cars and like shoot each other. I'm sorry that I'm talking about Crash during the Death Stranding playthrough, but like, it's kind of like popped into my mind since I brought up Mind Over Mutants.
Sam, you should be nearing the old building site. Look for the terminal and submit your materials for processing.
Yeah, see, again, the music just plays a little randomly. It's not like, I don't think it was intentionally supposed to be playing around here and then like having Die-Hardman like call you. It seems like the music should have played earlier and then tailed off around the time Die-Hardman would have called you. Like, it seems a little weird that it would start back there while I'm getting to my location. The same thing happened with the Heartman lab. Like, the music started, and then, like, I was right there, so the music just had to end. It seems like it was a little weirdly done. I don't know if that was intentional, or maybe, like, there are trigger points for the music, and I just happened to, like, go around the trigger points or something. I don't fucking know how it's done. I don't expect to fucking know how it's done. Like, I'm not going throughout the code of this game and like seeing how it's done or whatever. So like, I don't fucking know. But yes, we have finally made it near the end of Chapter 8, Heartman. Honestly, it wasn't that bad of a chapter. It just felt like a little padding to me. That's all.
Sam, you need to get those materials processed in order to finish the chiral relay.
Thank you for telling me that a second time? The fuck? Alright, Heartman. Die-Hardman? Sorry, not Heartman. What the fuck? Yeah, I have an issue with Die-Hardman. I don't like that he's constantly giving you, like, the Bentley treatment. Like, you know, jump and hit the circle button, Sly. Like, thank you. I fucking know that. I've been playing this game for 30 fucking hours. You think I don't know that shit by now? Like, holy crap. It's just kind of unnecessary. I don't like the hand-holdiness. It's kind of annoying. Like, maybe, like, once you start up the game and it's like, hey, yeah, you have missions, just go to your terminal. Like, whatever, fine. That's fine with me. But, like, every time I have a mission, like, you gotta fucking say that. Every time I'm near a terminal to drop some shit off, like, you think I don't fucking know that? You think I crossed 3,200 fucking meters to this destination with no people just so that I could fuck off and throw it all into the tar pit? Like, you think that's what I'm doing? The fuck? You know, like, it's so stupid. You don't have to tell me every fucking time. It's kind of condescending almost. You don't have to agree with me on that. Like, I'm just letting you know. Like, if you feel the same way, please let me know. But if you don't, like, tell me, like, why you think it's okay. Like, I'm curious, you know. And I'm not trying to say that to push comments, but comments are, like, the only way I can, like, hear people's feedback, considering I don't have, like, a community tab yet, because I don't have that 1,000 subscriber mark or whatever. So, yeah,
Good job,
there's
Sam.
that.
Now access the terminal and bring the relay online.
Okay. Let's touch these buttons. Or wait, no, I don't have to touch button. I gotta. Oh wait, is this gonna be the last Jesus pose on this giant cross? Wait, is this symbology? Is this Christian symbolism? Huh. Oh, here we go. Jesus T pose. Here we go. Here we go. Are you ready? Last time. Yes, there we go. That's the final T-pose, probably, hopefully. I don't know. There's probably one in Edgemont City. But it just feels so grand that I'm on this destroyed bridge and it looks like a giant cross. I can't be the only one to have noticed that. I'm probably not. But finally, we made it to this chiral relay, whatever bullshit. And it's time for us to figure out how to cross this tar.
We're all linked up. Once you cross the tar belt, the end will be in sight. We're this close to Emily, to America's second chance. Edgemont City awaits. The staff we're sending will start by building a safe house. Over time, they'll expand their operations and establish a new facility. In doing so, they'll carry on the legacy of the brave souls lost to the tar. All thanks to you, Sam. Now, let's figure out how to get you across this tar belt.
Yep, so now we have to figure out how to cross the tar belt. And also, this ladder placement by Shadow 91 Hun. Oh no, wait, not Shadow. Shadow 91 Hun. Shout out to you and your 27 legendaries. You placed this fucking ladder like a champ.
The only way west is through that. To make matters worse, I don't believe your PCC is capable of building anything that will get you across. There must be a way. We can't give up, not with what's at stake. We'll see if we can't think of something here. But considering everything you've been through, I wouldn't be surprised if you've already got a few ideas of your own.
Oh, I have a few ideas of my own. I'm gonna build a ladder on top of this ladder, and then have another ladder on top of this ladder, and hopefully I can get a bunch of people to keep building ladders here until we make it to the end. Let's do that together. Or I can actually show you how to do it. I mean, that works too, but the ladder way is a lot more fun. Definitely. So if you need help trying to figure out how to cross the tar without looking it up, there is a mail, like a piece of mail, that does pretty much explain to you how to do it. Albeit in a kind of like, hey, do you remember that this happens sort of way? But I will have to take a nap just because I'm out of stamina. We did cross a bunch of shit though. So taking a nap, probably the best solution. Also, if I'm not mistaken, this is how I ended the thing. The session for myself. So there's that.
Good morning, Sam.
So yeah.
Blood collection complete. Thank you for your generosity.
Anyway, there's still 10 minutes left of the session.
Sam, it might be worth looking through your mail in case there's anything we've missed. A piece of local knowledge, perhaps. The folks who live out that way might have noticed something.
Yes, so one of the mails does tell us how to do it. I don't remember which one it is. Chronicles of Aaron chapter. Oh yeah, this guy gets really passive aggressive with you. He embarks on a journey to Mount Knot City, I think, and like when you make it there, he's nowhere to be found, and like he gets all pissy with you if you don't make it there in a certain amount of time. Fucking asshole. Like, how the fuck was I supposed to know? I had no idea that you were going to fucking Mount Knot City. Dude, I'm over here on the fucking west side. You kidding me? So this is it. This is the thing. So it says here, building swallowed whole by tar only miraculously arise from the depths when you get touched by a BT. That is your hint on how to get across to the west side. I'll be showing that in a second. This is just where I ended the session, so I'm going to have to start up a new session on the next one. Knowing me, I actually took like a second stab at this the first time, or rather before I ended this session, because I remember like running into the tar and dying because I'm an idiot. Again, if you want to pause those mails to read them, you can. They should have been up for more than enough time for you to just like click it and then read them or whatever. But yeah, so here's my first attempt at crossing the tar because I'm a fucking big brain mode here. Okay, I'm a genius when it comes to. I thought I could run in the tar. Okay? Big brain mode. Is that a bridge over there? Did someone try and build a bridge? Someone's building a bridge over there. What is that bridge gonna do? It's not gonna do jack shit. I mean, maybe, I don't know. But yeah, so this is my first attempt. I was just, you know, trudging through the tar. This is near the end of the session. I was just like, all right, let me try this real quick. If this doesn't work, I'll go to bed and try tomorrow or whatever. But as you can tell, it does not work. You gradually sink, so there's no fucking way you can make it all the way to the end. Thank you for letting me know, Sam, that I am a dumbass. Okay. Granted, you're the one doing this, Sam, so maybe you're calling yourself a dumbass? Is this meta commentary on yourself, Sam? Well, yeah, so you can't cross the tar this way. I was going pretty far, too. I was like, wow, this is pretty neat. Maybe I could make it this way. Maybe Sam will just start swimming like water. But no, that's not how the tar physics work in this game. Unfortunately. I would like it to work that way, but that's not how it works. Eventually, I will die. Oh, there it is. I died. Here's what it's like if you swim in the tar. Sam just can't handle it anymore. He just drowns. He enters the seam. He enters the seam from the tar. And he dies. And his body miraculously appears over the beach. Probably somewhere. Hold on. I know I see it. Yep, there's the gold strand. Oh, there. Oh, come on. Go to the gold strand, Sam. I just like going into the swimming in the sphere. Oh yeah, this one's pretty cool. This is the baby, right? Oh no, this is the baby. There is another repatriate cutscene. I'm not sure if I showed it off or not, but when you come back, there's one where it's like one of those baby dolls. Like it's supposed to be like a little jump scare when you die. But yeah, it's like fuck. All right, I don't know what happened. I lost the cargo apparently. So this is the mail that you're supposed to read, like I mentioned earlier. It says that the tar swallows the buildings, and then like it pops up at a later date. Which remember, every time we got into a boss fight with one of the alphas, either the lion or the dolphin, it dragged us into an area with buildings that spontaneously arose. So that's your cue. That's how you know that's how to climb through. And luckily for us, I just so happened to be running in this direction anyway because I saw all this cool shit. And I didn't even know there was BTs over here. I was like, oh fuck, word? That's how you do it? But like even here, I was still like, I have no idea what I'm doing. I'm still a little lost. I didn't look it up, by the way. I figured this out by accident. So I was like, oh, okay, BTs. You know, maybe I have to kill the BTs. So this area is interesting. It seems like the more BTs you kill, the more they spawn. Custom Chiral climbing anchor. Interesting. So that custom one over there, I got one the other day. Apparently that's an extra level. I got like a custom hematic grenade the other day. I think it was yesterday. And it's just like a stronger version of a hematic grenade, it seems like. It might do more radius, it seems like. So that might be the same thing with the anchors. It might just be like the third level. But yeah, so right here, I had no idea we were supposed to get caught. I was just killing the BTs. I was like, oh, maybe the BTs have like the amp for this, where you kill them and they get more. But it seems like the more I killed, the more that spawned, and like the more that spawned around me. I only managed to kill like 2 or 3 of them, honestly. Before I got like surrounded by another one. But yeah, eventually, I spent like a few minutes killing these BTs. Eventually you'll get spawned like by a ton of them. They'll start chasing you randomly. And then I got caught. And this is how you do it. You get caught by the BT and it drags you out into the sea. And then you get chased by a Leviathan. Yep, we get to fight a fucking Leviathan. And not just one Leviathan, but multiple Leviathans. These big ass blue whales. Actually, they don't even attack you. They just kind of swim around you, it seems like. I don't even remember them attacking me. But once I got caught, I was like, oh shit, this is how you do it. And then I realized really quickly that you have to run on the rooftops to make it to the end. And I was like, dude, this was such an awesome fucking idea for a puzzle. And honestly, I still think that this puzzle was fucking awesome. I love this concept, this idea of getting through the fucking level, like finishing the chapter by being caught by a BT and then making it all the way across by climbing the buildings. I thought this was such a great idea for fucking, like an idea to progress through the story. It's such an awesome idea. But yeah, we actually get to fight a few Leviathans.
Huh. Can't say I would have ever thought of that. Well done, Sam. With you out there giving it your all, there's hope for us yet.
Yeah, me and you both, man. I would have never thought of it either. Luckily for me, I stumbled upon this. Like, I probably would have felt like been here for like nearly 20 minutes, just like killing BTs, and then like probably giving up after like the 10th BT or so. But yeah, it seems like the Leviathans in this area don't actively try and attack you, it doesn't seem like, because they have a bunch of moves. They have one where they like attack, they like swim above you and then like, they drop bombs on you or whatever, and they like send out those little swamp guys to attack you. And I think they have a laser too, if I'm not mistaken. So like they have a bunch of attacks, but you don't have to kill them, you just have to avoid them. And this is the third and final variety of catchers that we're going to be dealing with. So this one was pretty awesome. This is such a cool fucking idea. I love this part, dude. Honestly, this part alone kind of makes up for like the kind of mediocre chapter. Honestly, I won't lie to you. Like, I didn't really like this chapter at first, but then once I got to like the actual part where you make it to Heartman, see his backstory, and make it back to the west, like keep going to the relay. I thought this part was fucking awesome. Like, this part was just pretty awesome, honestly. And like that, like making it to Heartman and then making it here would have actually taken about like an hour and a half. So like that seems like a decent length for a chapter. I don't know why they didn't just do that. Like, you could still have the scientists there, you know? But I feel like the scientists themselves didn't need to be mandatory. I mean, I get why they're mandatory. Like, in terms of story, like, it helps solve the mystery of the EE speculation. Also, I had a hard time climbing up this fucking ledge. Like, I don't know what the hell was going on there. Like, I could not climb up that ledge for some reason. It beats the hell out of me why I couldn't climb up. And then, like, I miraculously do it here. Like, what the fuck? No idea what I did there. But yeah, like, I understand that it, like, the lore, I guess, needs to be, or like, rather, the mystery of the EE and the evolution kind of is important to, like, solving this mystery, but at the same time, it's just, like, I feel like it could have been better done, like, as a side thing. Like, as you progress through the game on your own, you could have found them, and, like, they could have helped you out or whatever. You can then go back to Heartman's lab or something, you know? And then he could have been like, oh, wow, this has an umbilical cord, this could have had an umbilical cord. And then, like, could have been, like, an extra little cutscene, you know? That would have been really cool. But it's mandatory, so it's alright. But anyway, we made it to Amelie, and, yeah, it seems like we couldn't reach her in time. But that does it for this episode, guys. I will see you on Chapter 9 in Death Stranding. See you guys next time. Peace.